Hello all, and welcome to today's beer review, Sunday beer review during the middle of the day, as is my wont to do on Sunday beer reviews, which I am dubbing the I Am a Broken Human Being review. Having some wrist problems due to my temporary job recently. Makes it a little bit difficult to find permanent work. But that's life. I'm going to continue doing beer reviews as long as possible. I'm going to continue living where I am as long as possible. And avoid the slow slide into whatever it is. Wow, kind of bright back there. I think I'm going to close it just to go and stop the washout a little bit. There we go. Still going to be a little bit washed out, but at least you can see my face now. Anyways, so what we are going to be reviewing is a perfect thing to go and drink on a hot, steamy Sunday afternoon. Sapporo Premium Beer, or as they say in Japan, Sapporo Premium Biru. Discover the perfectly balanced taste that's irresistible to all as you share rich moments with this masterpiece of the brewer's art. Kind of pretentious, because this is a Japanese adjunct lager brewed using a lot of rice. It still has a majority share of barley malts, in accordance to Japanese law, which they must be a majority of barley malts to keep from being classified as, I forget what it is, but there's a separate classification. If they use more rice malts, it is no longer a true beer, according to Japan. And Sapporo is still a true beer. It's not an all malt beer, but it is still a true beer. So rice is used as an adjunct, but it is still majority barley. Of course, this is brewed and canned in Canada, not in Japan, as would make sense. Rather thick, dense, old-fashioned aluminum style can. Chilled to the brim, which is kind of how you want a Japanese rice lager anyway. Let's get this open. Kind of hard to open with that wrist brace on. Okay, let's pour out into our Pilsner glass here. Very light yellow, very carbonated, lively carbonated, clear yellow, clear light yellow, with a frothy white head. Almost no smell. Smells a bit like rice, barley, and just a hint of floral hops. Virtually no taste. And a little bit too warm. You kind of want to have Japanese rice lagers ice cold. They were kind of made for the chilled glass. Nothing in the front except mildly prickly carbonation. Nothing in the middle, and nothing really in the finish except for a ghost of bittering hops. Some floral aspects, very light floral. And, I would say kind of rice crackery malts. Kind of tastes like rice crackers. Very light, though. Very insubstantial mouthfeel. It really feels like water in the mouth, which is kind of surprising since this is 5.0 ABV. Really tastes a lot lighter than that. Tastes like lighter than some light beers. This pretty much is the essence of Japanese rice lagers. Which is why, to tell the truth, I don't really like Japanese rice lagers. The only reason why I kind of gave Orien that somewhat good review is due to nostalgia and my love of Okinawa. When it comes to Japanese macro lagers, I find them even more boring than Pabst Blue Ribbon, or God forbid, Budweiser or Coors. They even sort of fail in the refreshing because, you know, with so little taste, unless it's ice cold, it doesn't really refresh at all. You know, something like a wheat beer where there's a spritz of lemon or something else, some taste. Yeah, you know, there's something to go with there. Not really much to go with here. If I'm going to eat sushi, I'm probably not going to drink a Japanese rice lager. Go with sake with sushi, especially sake with sashimi. You should never have Japanese beer with sashimi. In regards to Japanese cuisine, the only time I would ever really go for a rice lager is something fried like tempura or tonkatsu. You know, that's the sort of deep fried pork chop. You know, fried foods. Just because it clears the oil off the palate very well. It doesn't really pair much with anything. It's just sort of background noise alcohol. So, it's only 6 minutes now. Not really much there. And again, not even brewed in Japan. Contract brewed in Canada. End result, if you're having sushi, anything with raw fish, traditional Japanese teishoku cuisine, drink sake. Sake's got taste, sake's got dimensions to it. Sake can be paired. If you're having something fried, maybe something like this, because you want something to clear that oil out. Other than that, yeah. I don't know why you would be drinking a rice lager. And one thing I'm thankful for is the growth of craft brewing within Japan in the past few years. Since I've left Japan, craft brewing has really blown up. You have better choices than rice lagers. Or in my case, when I drank, I usually drank seasonal varietals from the macro lagers because they had a bit more taste to them. That and sake. Sake's got lots of taste. A bit of an acquired taste. Once you get that taste, it's pretty good. Okay, that's your beer review for this Sunday. Kanpai!